Twitter and Facebook land. This is Blaizeman along with my buddy, Mr. J.J Souza. And we are here tonight because, Jerry wants to talk about the city of Fall River. When Jerry and I usually get together for this stuff like this, it's Jerry always in the beginning, he's like, let's not talk about the negative stuff about Fall River, just the good stuff, and I think Jerry knows that there's always a part of me that wants to. I don't want to talk negative about Fall River. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, what I mean by that is, for instance, there's been quite a few home fires in the city in the past month, wouldn't you say, Jerry?
Absolutely, there has been, and that's when we speak about the negative. I think there are other formats that discuss that, and that's okay. That's what they want to do. They have every right to do that. But what I like to do, and sometimes I feel, my opinion, is that some of the things that are going on in the city that are positive get forgotten about. And these groups that are making a huge impact in our community, sometimes we don't talk about them. And I think it's important that we focus on the positive. There are other groups that focus on some of the negative things, and not negative, things they feel should be done differently. And that's okay. But myself, I like to focus on the negative things that are going on in the city, because there are a lot of good things going on in the great city of Fall River, Massachusetts. But sometimes I feel we don't talk about them much. Yeah, like you said, there have been some house fires in Fall River, and I think our fire department are really, really good at what they do, and took care of the incidents, and not many.
Yeah, it's like absolutely props to the Fall River Fire Department. I mean, the recent fire that just happened, I believe it was today or yesterday. They actually saved the home. They got that under control in like 15 minutes. So, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Fall River Fire Department. And feel free, everyone, to don't be shy in the comments. It doesn't matter where they comment from, Jerry. We'll see it. If they comment from Twitter, we'll see it. If they comment from Facebook, we'll see it. Doesn't matter where they comment from; it'll pop up and we'll see it. And again, this is a brand new software for Blaizeman Media / FFN Radio Network. So we could put. This is what's called a chat overlay, Jerry. I'm not sure if you could see that.
Yep, I can see it. Yep, I can see it.
Okay, so when anybody comments, you'll see the comment, up in there. When I put it up, and then if someone has a good comment, I can actually select that comment and throw it up on the screen, and everybody will see what that person had to say. Oh, great show, guys. Hey, Jerry, you're cool. Stuff like that.
Yeah, no, and look, man, all comments are great. Share this with everyone. And this is something I hope to be doing with Blaze in the future. And just focus, because there are a lot of things going on in the city of Fall River that I think is really, really good. I think we're heading in the right direction with getting activities going on for the youth in the city. We just had a great Memorial Day down at Bicentennial Park, Veterans Memorial Park. They had, the Great Wall, the Vietnam Wall. They got the Wall Monument. We got the pier being worked on. And it looks
absolutely gorgeous down there, isn't it?
Doesn't it, Blaze? It looks good. And I am so proud. I am so proud that this is going on right here in the great city of Fall River, Massachusetts. Blaze, I always say this, and I don't know if you've heard me say this. I know what they're saying about us, Fall River, but we ain't finished yet. We got a lot of work to do. We're moving in the right direction, and we need to give small a chance to become big. I'm really excited about the things that are going on in the great city of Fall River, Blaze. And you know me, I like to ramble. So anytime you want to cut me off, just jump right in. But I do want to say
this isn't our first rodeo, bro. So I got
no, absolutely. So look, man, Memorial Day, and I really want to say that I am so proud of the way Fall River treats their veterans and honors their veterans, and I'm really, really happy about that. Memorial Day was beautiful. If you got a chance to go down there and see the ceremonies that were going on, it was amazing, and I'm really, really happy about the way the city of Fall River takes care of their veterans. I'm excited about it. I think that's good. We just had the great at Kennedy Park recently. They had the Volkswagen car show. They had craft booths. They had food trucks. They had ice cream trucks and great music going on by Mr.
Yeah, also
508.
at Ruggles Park too.
Yeah, well, they had the
Ruggles Park
kickoff.
had Go ahead.
They had the kickoff. They had the kickoff to summer, and if you got a chance to go down there and see all the people, it's great. You know, when a community comes together like this, and you get to, and I always say this, I've heard this in the past by Dr. Eric Thomas: information changes situations. So if you get a chance to go to some of these community events, you're seeing your neighbors. You're seeing people that are in the same community with you, and you get to know each other. And I think once we know a little bit about each other, it makes things easier. So it's a community event. It's to bring the community together and let them, you know, get to know each other and conversate. And that's going to make for a better community. And I think that's what Ford is trying to do. Look, don't get me wrong. I know there's things going on. We got a drug issue. We got shootings, and we got things going on in the city. But those things are being taken care of. I know sometimes we feel it's not being taken care of in the fashion or the manner or as quick as we would like it, but it is a process. So what I like to do is focus on the good things that are going on with the youth and the cleanups in Fall River. And we got other events going on. I think Brian Vianna and his group, the Trust group is doing phenomenal. There's a lot of other groups that volunteer their time to really get out and make a positive impact in our community. And I think sometimes we need to get behind them and support them so that they can be successful. And our businesses also, Blaze, we've talked about this in the past, where, you know, your local restaurants and your local stores are the first ones out there to sponsor your Little League baseball, your Pop Warner football, your dance, your cheer. They're willing to let you, you know, shake the can in front of their business, and they're willing to sponsor a team and things like that. So I think it's our turn to show those businesses our appreciation and frequent those businesses, right? And that's all about community and coming together as a community and supporting one another. And I think that's the way we're going to move forward. I know it sounds cliche, but these are the things that work. And I'm seeing.
Well, that's part of the deal. You know, it's I do my due diligence on Facebook and check things out here and there. And you know, a lot of people are complaining about here's the way I see it, okay, Jer? It's that people complain about the potholes and the streets need to be worked on. And when they stop working on the streets, all you hear everybody complaining about how, you know, they got to go a different way because of I mean, listen, folks, I mean, look, you want to know how part of it you get rid of the drugs, you get rid of the shootings, is you make the city so good that everybody who wants to come here, you know what I'm saying, are good people. And then eventually those people, you know, it's a tough word, pushed out, because you don't want to push anybody out, but let's face it, you know, gangs and things like that. But you get what I'm saying. When you make the city beautiful, people want to come here. People want to come here. They want to live here. People want to come and they want to visit our city, you know. We had the food trucks at Portas de Cidade down next to the battleship. For those of you that are not Portuguese, that's the gates of the city. And, you know, they had the food trucks. It's just a great environment just to, you know, take the wife and the grandkids or the wife and the kid to go down there. And like Jerry said, the ice cream trucks and so I'll tell you, some of these food trucks, you know what I mean, got some mean food on it. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And, you know, and that's just, you know, that's just good. You know, what I feel that we need is we do our best when the weather's warm. Okay. We're not Florida. We're not California. We're not any of those other states where it's warm all the time. So we have to pick and choose on when we can have our events and when not, you know. I got a question for you, Jerry. Okay. And this just popped in my head because, you know, I've mentioned it down the road. I said it to the wife 100 times or whatever, you know, at Kennedy Park in the wintertime, Maybe a fundraiser or something would get it to get that shed area over there rebuilt and turn that area into a beautiful ice rink in the wintertime. You sell hot chocolate over there, the hot chocolates with the candy canes in them. You know what I mean? A nice fresh mother sada with a hot chocolate, and the kids and the adults are just ice skating around there. What do you feel about that, Jay? Is there a reason why we never did nothing like that? That baffles me.
Well, that's a good question, and I can only answer to what I know. And look, they do fill that ice skating ring up in the wintertime for people to ice skate. I've seen that in the past, even last year. The ice skate ring was filled, and they go out there ice skating. Some play ice hockey on the other side. But that building to get fixed up, that might be in the works now. They're talking about the opera money and the money coming in the city because of COVID and stuff. That might be something where you might want to look. Look, they have what they call citizens
input. Can you
input.
picture how beautiful that would be, though?
Oh, absolutely. And I think they got plans for the holidays down there with one of the groups here in the city of Fall River. I don't know too much about it, so I won't, name groups, but they want to take the pavilion and they want to decorate it this Christmas and do something down there. But look, they have this thing that is called citizens input at the city council, and you have every opportunity to go down there and express your express your ideas and give your ideas and your opinion. Look, again, I'm going to say the same again. Information changes situations. So the more you know about something, the better off we are in making educated decisions. So look, there's always, we could sit back and complain and do nothing about it, right? So if we get out and explore the great city of Fall River, Massachusetts, there is a lot of great things going on. But getting back to the ice skating ring and the hot chocolate and stuff, that's something you might want to go sit in front of the city council and ask them about it and talk to them about it and see what happens. These things you're talking about Fall River getting better and bringing businesses in is a process. This stuff takes time. This isn't something that happens overnight. This ain't something that happens in a year or 2 years. But I think we're heading in the right direction now. I think things are being looked at. I mean, you look at the pier down at the waterfront, it's phenomenal. And that was a process. You know what I mean? There was some hurdles to overcome. And I think they did that. And they're on the fast track now to getting that done so we can have some concerts over there in the summer. But look, you need to get out and talk with your city councilors and people that are here to make a difference. And that's what it's about. So yeah, that's an excellent idea. I would love to see something like that. I do know that they do fill that ice skating ring up for people to, do ice skating. It would be great to get that building open. I know they had it open for the car show that was just down there, and they opened it up for the bathrooms to be used. So who knows? I mean, but we need to really get involved and ask questions and talk to people and express our ideas, our opinions, and something like that. Hello, Miss Tammy, how are you?
Hello,
to
Miss
really,
Tammy, how are you? Can see you in the cameras.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So
you?
yeah, look. So look, Blaze, that's a great idea. That's a great question. And that's something you might want to reach out to the city councilors or someone within the city hall and find out if that's something that can be done. Who knows? They may be working on something that we don't know about. But the only way we're going to find out is to ask questions and talk to people.
Right. And that's the kind of thing that just blows my mind, because there's, all you have to do is just, again, there's so many groups out there on Facebook and stuff like that. And all you hear and see is people complaining. And everybody wants an answer for something, and everybody has something bad to say. Unfortunately, they do. But nobody wants to do what you suggested. If you have any questions or want to know anything that's going on, or ask a question yourself, you go to, you can go to the Fall River website, and it'll tell you exactly when these, committees are meeting and what time and what day and everything, and show up.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all on the city website. You just got to go look. And look, I can tell you from talking with city councilors, they're more than willing to listen and talk to you and take your ideas. And look, I get it, man. Sometimes things in a municipality move at a snail's pace, but it is what it is. And I think we're trying to make the best of it. You know what I mean? And again, these things, they take time. You know what I mean? But
Right.
to sit back and complain is okay. But my thing is, okay, so you're sitting back and complaining, but what are you doing to try to make things better? This is a community effort, right? And we all need to come together and put our best effort forward for the city of Fall River. The city of Fall River is great. And I always say, get out and explore. Go to your local restaurants. Find out what's going on. There's so many great city restaurants and things going on in the city, but we got to get out and explore that. We got to get outside, go on the website, look what's going on, and visit these local events.
Without a doubt, there's no question there. Another question for you: is there any plans that you know of, because this is up your alley, to do any more boxing events on the battleship?
Well, I know how I can answer that is I know there are talks with Mike Herron and Aaron Bernardo, and them guys are doing a phenomenal job in getting this event together. And I'm sure you can reach them on Facebook to get tickets. It's going to be a phenomenal show. I'm hoping to get tickets to go. And look, it's great that these gentlemen are coming together to put something on positive within a community. These are the people that we need to see more of and support and get behind and help them out in any way we can. Because they're making a big impact in our city, and that's what we want. We can compare ourselves to other cities and things like that, but until we sit down and work together and come together as a community, that's the only way it's going to work. And look, not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be obstacles and challenges, but I think when we come together and work together, there's nothing that this great city can't do.
I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And like I said, they're repairing the roads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
New Boston roads completely done. Yeah, is it a little bit tough to get around the city or whatever, the detour? But listen, you already know what's happening, so plan it.
Absolutely, and you can go and another thing, Blaze, not to cut you off, but if you got Facebook, the mayor's page is always posting traffic and what's going on. Look, I know it's an inconvenience to people, and I get it. I try to get to work in the morning, and you're trying to get around, and you got these detour signs.
Yeah, but
yes,
make time for it. Make time for it.
It's an inconvenience, but when it's all done, I think we're all going to be happy. And again, this is a process that has to happen. And like you just said, we're not Florida, we're not California. We can only do these things in the summertime. But you sit back and look, yeah, it's an inconvenience and it's the summertime, but they're getting the work done. So it's getting done, and we're trying our best as a community. And look, I love Fall River, man. I ain't going nowhere. I'm really not. I love this city, and I think the best days are ahead of us. We're moving in the right direction. I see a lot of progress. I see a lot of community events. The Portuguese feasts are going on. We're kind of coming around the COVID thing and starting to get out and do things. So it's an exciting time. And if you can get out there and enjoy yourself with the family and meet your neighbors and meet people within your neighborhood and your community, it's only going to make for a better community. And I think Florida's headed that way right now. And look, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and act like there aren't things going on in the city that aren't good. Absolutely. We got homeless. We got drugs. We got, gun violence, and we got things going on. But, things are being worked on, and this takes time. And I understand it may not be done at a pace that we would like it to, but we have to have trust in the process and let it take place.
I agree with that, Jer. I agree with that. 100%.
I'm glad you do.
No,
I'm glad you do.
I just want more people to agree with it. You know what I mean? I want more people to sit there. And this is what you and I started to discuss or whatever. And as usual, we're going to pick a day and we're going to do our due diligence to get what we need done and, things that are going on in Florida, and we just got to come up with a name for it, Jerry.
Absolutely. We'll leave that to the viewers, and when you share this video and people watch it, if you can think of a name for our show, and what we like to do is talk about the events that are coming up in Fall River, the positive things that are coming up in Fall River, and we'll name our show after that. You know what I mean? But look, Blaze, I think it's great that this is something you want to do. There's a lot of great podcasts, videos, and shows going on that talk about these things, but what I like to do and what you like to do is, how can we be different, right? So what can we do to stand out and be different, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the positive things that are going on. And look, there are a lot of things coming up. If you go on the city website, if you follow the city website on Facebook and Instagram and things like that, you're going to find out all this information. It just takes time. We're not going to come knock at your door and say, hey, this is going on. You have to do your due diligence as a citizen and find out what's going on. And, I'd like to go to these things and be within the community. That's the biggest word, man, community. And I really hope that people really get into it and find out what they can do, get involved in the city cleanups, participate in some of the drive-in movie theaters the drive-in movie things that are coming up, that are going to be coming up this year, and that the concerts in the park and the boardwalk is phenomenal. It's beautiful. I'm not going to sit here and say that Fall River is all glory. No, we have our times, and we have challenging times, and we just need to get behind our city and find out how can we help to navigate through these difficult times and make it a better community for everyone.
Again, I agree. When I was younger, they used to have recreation, CETA. You remember CETA, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not even sure if that program is still available. But the street crews, what I mean?
Yeah.
Why can't we revisit that again? Give these kids a job. CETA, give them a job. Get the street crews out there. There used to be like about 10 to 12 of us on a crew, and we just used to hit the avenue or the main roads and just clean up the whole sidewalks, shovel out those divots or whatever in the cement and do all of that. I think we should revisit that. To be honest, again, I don't even know if we still have a CETA program. The last time, I think my son David, my oldest son, he was like 15 or 16 years old, and he worked as a custodian in green school. And that was the last time I ever heard about the CETA programs.
So look, that's a great question, and that's something I don't know, but it's something to look into. If there's a summer help program, and these things cost money, and it's great because I'll tell you why it's great, right? So we give these kids an opportunity to work and make a little bit of money and clean the gutters and clean the streets, and what they're learning is obviously a work ethic and how to work under someone and follow direction. But what's most important is they're taking pride within their community. And that's the thing, is getting them involved. But there are a lot of, and I know people might be the most popular answer, but there are a lot of citywide volunteer cleanup time. And if you want your child or someone young in the family to get out there and get involved and help clean up these places, I think that's a great thing. It's a value lesson. It's going to give them a work ethic. It's going to give them that sense of pride within their community and cleaning up. Look, if we get these kids cleaning these parks, let's face it, it's the young people that frequent the parks more than anybody. So if we can get them involved in cleaning up the parks, they're going to take a little bit more pride. So the next time they're out there with their friends and hanging in the parks and things like that,
well,
maybe they're not going to throw the bottle. They're not going to throw the bottle on the ground, and they're going to take a little bit more pride. So that's that sense of community. And I think we really need to get behind that, find out about the CDREC program. I worked for CETA. I remember weed whacking the sidewalks and shoveling, and that was a different time. So we're living in different times. That's something to look into, and maybe ask a city councilor or maybe somebody at CDREC you can call and say, hey, look, my question is, do we have the CETA program where the kids got paid to go out and clean the city sidewalks? I do know that they have lunch in the parks coming up.
Yes,
There'll be
yes.
there's within the city certain parks. They'll be handing out lunches when school gets out. I think that starts in July, and I think that's great to bring your child down and get a free lunch, and let them play games in the park, and it's a sense of community and pride in bringing everyone together. And I keep saying community because it's important to what we're trying to do and moving forward. And I think the more people we get involved, the better it's going to be for all of us as a city.
I agree. I agree. Um, it's the thing here is that we have Liberty is they're doing a lot of work in the city. Um, from what I understand, there's still a lot of housings that have the meters inside the buildings in the cellars. And the reason for the work now is to get the meters outside of of the houses to make it easier for them to turn your gas off.
Well, I think they can. I think they can turn your gas off whether the meter was in a house or not. I think it's just easier to get a reading on the meter. So if you're
Yeah.
not home, they can't get
Right.
in there.
Because
then look,
if they can't get down there to read your meter, then they're just going to go by an average, and then average isn't good because they'll say, oh well, maybe they use this much gas this week, and sometimes you'll pay more money or sometimes you'll pay less. I
Yeah.
don't
See,
know.
I don't know how that works. All I
Yeah,
can tell you is,
I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't
yeah,
know.
that's okay. That's
Just
fine.
popped in
But
my
look,
head.
there's a lot of street repairs. We were an old city. A lot of the pipes are very old. I know the water department and the gas, and they're replacing a lot of these pipes within the city. And again, I know it's an inconvenience, but in the long run, it's going to be better for the city of Fall River. We'll be more upgraded, more updated on our services with the pipes and things like that. So I know it's an inconvenience, and sometimes I get aggravated. And it's like, gee, this road's closed, that road's closed. I got to go around here. But if we can, and I know it's hard at the moment, but stop and think. The long picture. It's just going to be better for us. We're going to be upgraded. We're going to be updated, and it's all positive, right? It's all positive things that are going on. So, yeah, man, get involved, get out, and look, Blaze, if I can for a minute. I like to visit the local businesses of the city of Fall River, the restaurants, the stores. I go to Dunny's a lot, which is a great, phenomenal place. Dunny's Barbecue on South Main Street near the City Hall. Great food, great prices, great atmosphere to go there. It's very family friendly. I go there a lot. I was just at 19 Prime the last weekend with my wife, and we had a great dinner. And I know they're going to open up a section where you can have a cigar and maybe a drink and socialize and be outside. So visit these local restaurants, and these, again, it's important for us to come together as a community and really visit these local restaurants. It's for everyone's success. Great food. Well, you're not going to get any better Portuguese food, I believe, and it's my opinion, in a great city of Fall River, Massachusetts, than the restaurants that we have.
Right. Right. I agree with you. You just
So,
keep going, bro. You just keep going.
yeah, I know I can ramble, and I apologize.
Don't
I get excited.
apologize.
I'm a project. Look, I grew up in the city of Fall River. I grew up in Hillside Manor, Rockcliffe Apartments, two projects within the city of Fall River. I'm really passionate about my city, and I want to see Fall River moving forward. And I want people to come to our community and like it. And I think that's the big thing is to get people here. And how do we do that? So we always talk about bringing in business to our city and bringing people in from other cities and towns to visit Fall River. How do we do that? Well, first off, we got to fix up our city, right? We got to repave the streets, reconcrete the sidewalks, and get all that stuff. And so when we talk about a process, that's what I'm talking about. We got to give small a chance to become big. And that's what we're doing. We're starting with the pipes being replaced, streets being repaved, and things like that. And I think once we do that, it's going to be great. People are going to want to come into our city. And once they come into our city, they're going to see its beautification. They're going to see the hardworking blue collar people that live in the city of Fall River. And I think that's what we're going to do. We got a lot of mills being turned into apartments. We're going to fill those apartments up, hopefully, and that will bring businesses to some of the areas that may not see a lot of business right now. All this takes money and revenue. So with these old mills being turned into apartments, hopefully that's the start of things. It's a process, and we have to enjoy the process as much as we want to enjoy the prize.
Right. And I'm sure you can see the screen up there in front of you. So we
Yes, I can,
during the 2022 Fall River citywide cleanup, you was just talking about that.
Yeah.
That's
And look,
on,
what's great about this is you can register as an individual, or if you got a group of people that want to register. I think it's an important time to get out and get into your neighborhood, and again, meet your neighbors and start talking. You're going to be, build new friendships and build a strong community. So if you can get out June 25th and help out in any way you can, do that. I really believe that these are the things that start to build a stronger community.
Right. And for the volunteers after the citywide cleanup.
Check that out. You get a lunch right after.
Yeah. Register at what's that say? tinyurl.com. Fall River Citywide Cleanup, Saturday, June 25th, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Tools and bags will be provided. I'm sure they're going to have a certain area where they're going to be cleaning that all up.
Yeah, they'll be in all different sections of the city, and I know the city provides rakes, brooms, trash bags. You just got to show up, man, and I think it's good. Look, it's a sense of community, it's a sense of pride, and I think that's what they're. Obviously, that's the thing is to get the city clean, right? We talk about, again, how do we bring people to Fall River and enjoy these restaurants, and it's positive things. And once people start talking about the positive things and the positive things going on within our community, we're going to sit back and reap the benefits of that, because it's a clean city, and they're going to be talking about, look what Fall River's doing. I think our time of following other communities are changing, and we're starting to lead, and that's what I like. You got the farmers markets going on, and there's a lot going on. Like I said, if you get out and explore, get on your phone. Everybody's got the iPhone and the Android phones and the Facebook and the Twitter and the Twitch and the Instagram and all that stuff. And all this information is right there for you to get involved. And I just would love to see more involved. And it's going to make for a better community. This is the way we're going to make Fall River better, is everyone coming together, working together. And look, I understand it's not all going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be challenges and obstacles. And again, we can overcome them together as a community. I have no doubt. Like I said, I've been born and raised in Fall River, and I've seen the changes that Fall River's gone through, and we've always come out on top. And I think just another challenge we're going through, and we're going to come out on top.
Yeah, there's quite a bit going on in the city, and as my boy Jerry is doing his thing,
The basketball. Let's talk about that.
Let's hit it, bro.
So this basketball tournament's coming within the community. Is Mr. Bailey and his group and his team are putting this together again.
I believe this is an old one, Jerry.
Is it? But I know they're doing something again. I've seen things, and look, you just gotta research it, and you'll find it. Juneteenth. Juneteenth was a phenomenal thing that went on. I seen the Pride thing down at City Hall, and that was another thing. So we're involving everyone, and that's what I like. We're involving anyone. We're not excluding anyone. We're involving anyone. Anyone that wants to get involved can get involved, and that's important that we do that. We had Juneteenth at Kennedy Park with the DJs, the speakers, crafts, and food, and it was just a great time. I had an opportunity to go down there with a wife and walk around and look at things, and I think this is the second time they had the Juneteenth at Kennedy Park, and it was just bigger than last year, and it seems like every year it's growing and it's catching on, and that's what's important. And again, these are certain groups within the city of Fall River. I don't have no paperwork in front of me, no information. I'm just going off a whim from what I experienced, right? And it's great, man. And I just like to see it grow, more people get involved, and it makes for a better community, people. I love Fall River, and I know we can get to where we want to be. And the only way we can do that is together and working together. And I understand we all, some people have different opinions on things like that, but you know what? Let's come together and do what's right for our community. And let's keep moving forward because we ain't finished yet.
There you go, bro. So the drive-in, like you said, they still got that going on.
Yeah, that's the city. You're on the City of Fall River website or on the Facebook page.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's see how quick you pulled that up. The City
that
of Fall
was
River
the point.
Facebook.
That was the I was trying to make to our viewers, bro. It's right here. And let's face it. Come on, folks. I mean, there's tons of people that are always on, their Facebook. So it's not like this isn't, hard to find. And
Information changes situation, and the information's right there. If you want to change the impact and you want to have a positive impact in the City of Fall River, it's right there. And that's not the only page you can get the information from. There's other pages, other groups that is. Viva Fall River is doing great things within the city with the arts and community things like that. Viva Fall River has a web page that you can go on, and it has a month by month thing that you can find out all the information and find out what's going on within the community. So all the information's there. It just takes us to do our research, and it's a click of a button, man. City of Fall River, and like you just did, and you got all that information. Look at that.
Well, and that's what this show is going to be all about.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Yeah. So, anything else coming up off the top of your head there, buddy? Or?
No. There's a lot coming up, and we need to look into it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I just visit your local restaurants, get involved in a citywide cleanup, visit your local stores, say hi to your neighbor, get to know your neighbor, introduce yourself, and bring that good old fashioned Fall River community back and that good old fashioned Fall River pride back. And I think we're gonna be okay. I really do. And I don't just say that to say that. I love the city of Fall River, Massachusetts. I think the best days are coming, man. We've gotten through COVID this far. I know there's still a little bit of hurdles to go through, but we're getting there, and we're working together. And I can't express that enough. Look, I'm not naive. I know there's things going on in Fall River that every other city and community are dealing with. We're not the only ones dealing with the issues we're dealing with. But I think if we come together as a community and work together with our city council and our state delegation and all that stuff, and we bring them all together and come up with a plan, I think Fall River is going to be okay. I really believe that. We got too many good-hearted people, a lot of people that take pride in their community. And once we team up with them and join up with them and work with them, Viva Fall River, baby, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, it's a Viva Fall River. It's not just a phrase; it's a movement.
Absolutely is. Absolutely. And let's not forget, the Fall River Trust Group, and there's so many. And when I can sit down and get all the paperwork together, and this is just kind of a test run of the things we're going to talk about, what we're going to want to do, and we're going to have people from within those organizations on to talk more about what their mission is and what their plan is to make Fall River better. I think we'll get a better understanding of what they're trying to do and get that information out to the community and get involved, man. It's because look, man, it's only going to get better, man. First day of summer is today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody had a great Father's Day and enjoyed that and got out and experienced the June 19th and the other things they had ongoing within the city with the family and family oriented. That's a huge thing. Is a lot of these, most all of these things are family oriented.
We got the summer kickoff spectacular main event, Fall River street fight. Oh no. It's TRP champion Nico Sylvia versus Flex 2.0 Caesar Leo. This is the Palace, 31 Franklin Street. This is wrestling.
BAL. BAL. So yeah, man, get out there and let this. There's so much going on. All this information you're pulling up by a push of a button, and just we've been sitting here now going on 40 minutes and talking about all this stuff, and you've brought up so much information. So it's out there. It's out there. They're advertising it, and they're trying to get people to get involved and do things, man. So let's get out there and do that, man. Let's make Fall River the community we all know it can be, something we all know we can take pride in and be proud of.
Well, let's take a listen here, Joe.
Let's see what this is. I can't hear nothing. But we can visualize it. I think that's an old video, but it's great. Look at it.
Okay, so that's irrelevant. I forgot to
yeah, that's fine. But if you look at that video and you see the paintings on the buildings and what they're trying to do is put a positive face on Fall River that deserves it. You know, Fall River's been through so much in the past. You know. So let's
Fall River. And small businesses are the heart of downtown.
You can hear
With
that
the amount
now,
of
right?
shops and stores and restaurants that are down here, it's a tight-knit community where we kind of feed off each other. Bella from Bella's restaurant comes in for a coffee. The people from the comic book shop stop in for a healthy shake. Once the COVID-19 came, we saw a decrease in about 95% in sales. Everybody's working from home. Everybody's situation is displaced. I've been down here for 9 years. I've never witnessed anything like this. At this point, this is not about me. This is time to help others. Massachusetts Development, the TDI, the Marion Institute, together with We Love Fall River, put me in place with food relief programs in the downtown area to provide meals for people in need. Not only was it an opportunity to help Fall River, it was an opportunity for me to move some coconuts around and figure out a way to make sure my employees are okay right now and help the organizations that have reached out to us. I believe there's 10 or 12 local restaurants that have lent a hand. We provide nutritious, warm, healthy meals for people with compromised immune systems, people who maybe have secondary illnesses. Today's Caribbean chicken with a Hawaiian glaze on it and some fresh scallions.
How about that glaze? You got all wild about it.
Oh, he's crazy with that glaze. It's important for us to make sure that that stuff's going out hot and steaming and getting it to these folks that need it. We prep the meals in the morning, we put the meals together mid-afternoon, and we ourselves deliver the meals on a daily basis. Gail, we're doing this because we love you.
Oh, I know that.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow with some more, okay?
Thank you.
Stacy, here's yours. You're welcome, honey. You have Eddie's. So we go here. Come on.
Elbows.
Gail, been keeping you out of the supermarket, keeping you safe.
Oh, yeah, it does, and I really appreciate it. I have a problem because I have to get out, and I have a problem getting out, so
Yeah.
it helps a lot.
So,
All right,
so
we got a little bit of a buffer issue going on, but we get the point here.
absolutely. I want to touch on that.
Go right ahead, my friend.
So that was during the COVID, and that was the beginning of COVID. And look what
Right.
Fall River did. Fall River, look what we did. We came together. Businesses coming together. People coming together and making a positive impact. That just shows you what Fall River is capable of, right? And these are the things that we need to continue to do. this is great. I got goosebumps watching that, and I know that's an older video, but it just goes to show you what we can do as a community when we all come together. We don't need COVID to do that. We can do that right now by getting involved and coming together and bringing that pride and that community and moving the city forward. Look, the city council is just a city council, the state's just a state, but us as residents, us as individuals can come together at any time to move our community better. And I think move our community forward in a better way, because there's so much success in numbers. So let's come together as a community and let's bring back Fall River and help Fall River move forward the way it is right now, and get out there and support those local businesses that you just seen in that video, helping out individuals. That was great. That was great.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Yeah, it was an old video, but it's still relevant.
Still
So right now,
relevant. Absolutely,
you know, 'cause
absolutely
these are the
great.
things that are going on, you know. But it's as always, you know, I was just sitting there, I was sitting in my living room today, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna buzz Jerry, you know. And
I'm glad you did.
And of course, you know, the conversation's 5 minutes long, and we're here doing what you love, and what I love doing with you is
Absolutely.
I mean, because there's other you know, formats out there on Facebook, and you got a point, Jerry. You know what I mean? It's a lot of it is you know, talking about the bad side of the city.
Absolutely. And then
Politics,
we're not all
things like that,
perfect.
you know?
We're not all perfect, so that we have issues. We have issues. And Blaze, you're absolutely 120% right. We have issues. But let's not forget the groups and the people that are volunteering their hard-earned time to make it a better place. Let's talk about them also, just as we talk about the politics within the city, just like we talk about the negativity within the city. Let's talk about the good things too, because that's part of it. So we're going to bring that all together. And it's okay to do that. It's okay for those other platforms to talk about what they want to talk about. But you and I, let's sit here and not forget of the people that are trying to make a huge impact. They can't be forgotten about. We have to talk about them. It's very important that we help them and support them. It's just fair, right?
Right. I agree.
And I know you called me, and I was like, you know, I was in the middle of something, but I was like, I'm so glad Blaze called me. Once I got done with it, you know, Blaze was out walking
Jerry,
the dog.
I was outside. My wife and I decided to go for a walk. We took the dog for a walk. Where we reside at, it's a beautiful area. It's you know, you in all honesty, you can go out with your wife and walk the dog, and you know what I'm saying, and things like that. And as I'm walking the dog, I'm like, he's gonna call me back, babe. And I know he's gonna call me back. It wasn't even 5 minutes after they said he's gonna call me back. He buzzed me. But anyways, look, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Jerry and I want to bounce on here. And for those of you that rewatch this video on FFN Radio Network on Facebook and FFN Radio International on Twitch, listen, we're looking for the name of the show, and it's all about the positive of Fall River and the local businesses of Fall River. So if you have, you know, a great name for the show, just put it up in the comment section. And Jerry and I will go over a list, and we'll see what happens. But you can expect this from Jerry and I once a week, Jerry. If you
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know, right now we're not going to do a set time on how long the show is. The show could be a half hour. The show could be 45 minutes. The show could be an hour and 15 minutes. We're just not going to do a set time. We're going to talk about what's happening that day of the show, and when we're through with it, then we'll move on to the next show. So with that being said, I enjoyed it. I always enjoy it, Jerry. You know what I mean? I always enjoy it when you and I get together. And with the crazy software that FFN Radio and Blaizeman Media invested in. You know, I don't even have to be here for the show, Jerry. You even have the power to invite someone to the show.
Yeah,
You know,
let's do that. Let's do that.
But you do. You just, you know, when we get you on a PC, I don't know how the controls work for, you know, Android phone or Apple phone. I have no idea, but I know what the controls do on a PC. And one of the reasons why I picked this this platform is that it allows a guest to invite someone to the show. So, you know, I don't even have to be here, Jeff. You know, I could just set it up and go away, and I could do one of these numbers, and you could just be there with your guests and go ahead and talk about whatever you want to talk about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So we'll get together and work the logistics out. And I would like to visit some of the local restaurants and what they got going on and what they offer. And I know there are a few restaurants that offer outside seating. I know I was at Prime 19 Prime, right near the City Hall. And it was great to sit outside in the great city of Fall River, right downtown City Hall, right across the street, and have some great food. There's Dunnies. There's so many. So let's get out there and support these guys.
And I would love for you to do that for the show too, especially myself. You know, go into you know, the restaurant, have some dinner with the wife or whatever, and then maybe whip out the camera, do a video, maybe talk to the manager, and you know, see what their thoughts are on things that are going on, how the restaurant began, you know, if it's a generational restaurant, you know, things like that.
Absolutely. Let's do that. So let's do that. So I guess we're going to wrap it up, Blaze. And I just want to thank everyone. I mean, I want you to share this video, and I want you to get out there and, you know, let everybody know that FFM Radio and Blaze is willing to take this on. I know he loves Fall River. Huh?
Blaizeman Media.
Blaizeman Media, man. They're out in your local neighborhood, and they're willing to do this, and this is his way of helping get information out there, his way of promoting restaurants. And look, we're just here to talk about the positive things and get people involved, man. So thanks for having me. I can't wait to do it again. We're looking for a name of the show, and who knows how long we go. We may go 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. As long as we're talking, you know, about the city and what's going on, we'll bring things to you that are coming up on the weekend. Maybe we'll meet in the middle of the week before the weekend so we can inform you on things going on within the weekend. This was just a test run, a trial run. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. So, you know, keep an eye out, keep an ear open, you know, and listen to, again, check out FFN Radio International on Twitter. Check us out on FFN Radio Network on Facebook. And again, we will let you know, we're definitely going to have a set day where we're going to do this all the time. There'll be a set day. And like I said, and Jerry agreed to, we're not going to, the show could be 15, 20, hour 10, 15, doesn't matter. Once we get everything that we're going to talk about off our chest for that day, and then we're going to move on to the next week. But I'd like to thank everybody that popped in here and there and checked things out. And you're not going to get away from us, because not only can we broadcast live on Facebook and Twitter, we can broadcast live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, simultaneously. So we're not going away that easy. Thanks again, everybody who tuned in for tonight's quick show. Jerry, always a pleasure, my friend. And,
absolutely. Thanks, everyone.
We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night. Thank you.